Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a market closing live stream. We are going live for market close right before the Derek Chauvin verdict comes out. That, folks, was a quick verdict. I have to say, they adjourned yesterday afternoon, probably only had a few hours to deliberate yesterday afternoon. They all decided to sleep on it. My guess is they came back today, deliberated for, what, 5 hours maybe with a lunch break, came back after lunch and are like, yep, nope, we're good. We got our decision. Folks, that is usually bad for the defendant. Now, I'm not taking a side in this. I'm just saying, usually when you have a short verdict or like a quick verdict like that, usually the defendant's like, oh, that's not good. Like a defendant usually wants the jury to deliberate for like days and days and days and days and days and days, because then usually there's like one juror who's like, no, you know. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Anyway, we will be streaming that after we review the disaster that's happening in the stock market. So volatility index is up 8.2%. We do have Ethereum moving nicely here, 9.25%. We've got BTC up 3.38%. Very nice, although Ethereum really having the outsized gains here. Bitcoin moving that nice, to about that 56.6 level here. We've got, what else here? Volatility at 8%. Nano Dimension moving nicely on news of that acquisition today. But still, it's a tough day. Tough day overall for many different stocks. We'll just go to the 5-minute here just to get a feeling of how what the chart looked like in the day here. We don't usually do that, but we're going to do that today. Traded most of the day under the VWAP. Anyway, so CRISPR is up 6% today. And this rhymes with CRISPR, as Fisker is up 4.5. Enphase actually moved up 3.88% today. Looks like it's moving just slightly here in the after hour, into the close. Excuse me. IBM up 3.7% today after smashing earnings yesterday. We got BNGO up 2.56%. Blink charging. So we got some of the chargers here. Tesla kind of hanging out at 720. Nowhere near what it was earlier in the day when we first opened. When we got news about yesterday, we heard news in after hours about, hey, no autopilot was used. Then we heard from firefighters that, hey, look, it didn't take 4 hours to extinguish the blaze. It only took 2 or 3 minutes. We just hung out to make sure that the batteries would stay cool. Somebody here is asking, oh, did I forget to do the member chat? I did. Let me do that really quick. Somebody here is saying that the coupon code never expires. So this is not true. And then we'll talk Doge here in a moment. This is not true. Anybody who has been part of the program has seen the price go up over time. What happens is the whatever coupon is presently existing expires. So the next one will expire too. Then the price goes up. Sorry, sneeze there. Then the price goes up. And I adjust the price up as I add content, but also because surprisingly, when you factor in the coupon, the programs I have are relatively cheap compared to what other people charge. Other people charge thousands. And in my opinion, I mean, I'm biased. You don't get the same perspective. But anyway, the price does go up over time. It's a good chunk every time. Live cover. Okay, yeah. So Chauvin verdict. Okay, so I want to make sure we go live for the Chauvin verdict as well. But anyway, we're going to hit Doge in just a moment here. We are just trying to look at some of the green that we've got here. Square barely holding on to any kind of gains here. And let's go down to the losers. So Doge right now is this was the... I don't want to say, like, I don't want to go pat myself on the back here and go, see, it's buy the rumor, sell the news. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. That's a shitty thing to do. It's just, this is what the stupid market does. The stupid market does this crap. It does that. It sells off on the day that you think it's going to be the biggest day. The market does the opposite. It's so frustrating, but it happens over and over and over again. Doge now breaking our lower support level around 33 cents. Very frustrating. The crypto sell-off in the miners and the other brokerages is continuing. 14% on Big, 11% on Voyager. Clover down 11%. Excuse me. Sorry, I ate right before this. I had salmon. Lord made salmon and brown rice, okay? I did not have chicken tendies today. I had salmon. Anyway, sundial. Back off that buck pretty dang fast. Back down to 1050 here. United Airlines. United Airlines down 870. Tilray down 826. Canoe is down 7.61. I have to say, with Canoe, I've been reading some of their. I've really just been reading into the company, and it seems like they're really trying to transition more into the commercial space rather than the consumer space. And it's a little bit of it comes as a little bit of a surprise for Canoe. Though I do have some pre-orders on the thing. We don't know if it'll ever get filled, but anyway. Marathon Digital also selling down about 6% here. G-Tech. Oh, G-Tech. I remember I interviewed the CEO of G-Tech. That guy was so cool. Man, shout out to G-Tech Holdings. I don't own any G-Tech, but the entire cannabis sector is just getting pummeled. So I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with cannabis. I just don't know if it's going to be part of the Biden admin. I think that's a potential issue. Somebody says jury is live. How do you figure? They said they were not going to go live for like another hour or something like that. Anyway, let's keep going here. So Open Door, ChargePoint, NGH. It's just a SPAC disaster. That's basically, well, I'm calling it the SPAC attack. That's what we're going to start calling it from now on, the SPAC attack, because it is a disaster, but it's also like an attack. So pretty solid issue there with SPACs, and that's expected to continue. Yeah, no jury lives. Will be read shortly. I got it up. I mean, worst case, if it ends up happening while we're here, I have it. And just to be obviously neutral, we'll spend an equal amount of time on Fox as we will on CNN. Yeah. Oh man. I hope C-SPAN streams this, because I'd prefer not to be on either of them. Oh man, what a disaster. Anyway, yeah, market's pretty red, pretty dang red. I did have a second private live stream this morning with course members on a little bit of a YOLO. Actually, it's kind of a big YOLO that I'm doing. It's a big YOLO. So course members were enlightened to a pretty massive 25% shift in my portfolio, and that took place today. So let's just say it has to do with increasing my risk to my high conviction beliefs. So stay tuned. I'm not exactly sure how to. Well, I haven't finished my strategy yet. So maybe when I'm finished, then I can explain it better. Yeah. Okay, this is annoying. Hold on one sec. For 1 sec. Hi there. Okay, so where were we? Oh gosh. Okay. All right, so moving on. What else we got? Okay, well, I mean, let's go back to Doge here. We almost, by the way, on Doge have a full candlestick under our support here. This is on the 30-minute, though, so let's go to the 1 minute. Oh, there we go. That looks better. So the 1 minute, yeah, actually, the 1 minute we, oh, I see. Okay, yeah, sorry, we were on 30-minute. So we've actually closed below our support level on the 1 minute here multiple times. Yeah, let's zoom out a little bit more just to kind of get a little bit of a pattern look here, what's going on. And then I want to talk a little bit about some of the high conviction plays that we've got, obviously. And we'll see what CNBC has to say. We got 9 minutes to go. But yeah, we've certainly seen, looks like the last moment, or when did we hit our all-times? Our all-time, was it on the 16th or the 17th? I'm pretty sure it was on the 16th or the 17th. No? Let's go back here. Let's go to our, where was our all-time? Oh, wow. Wait, hold on a second. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so our all-time high was 46 cents. This was when we had peak media, folks. This is when Doge was trending 2 days in a row, not because of Doge Day, but because of itself. That's when we hit peak media. That's when we hit peak pricing. Now, we did fall and come back in anticipation of Doge Day, but Doge Day is turning out to be a burnout day. That's not a good day. Oh, my Doge. Now, look, Doge is still in a great spot, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's at 33 cents. This is incredibly much higher than where it was. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that. Anyway, GHVI is still in my portfolio. Don't worry about it. Thank you for the $5, though. Kevin, you need to look into the Bat coin. It's for us creators. Oh my gosh, creator. There's so many coins. I'm sorry. I can't handle it. I can't handle it anymore. I just look at the stock market and I go, where are my juicy, delicious stocks I just want to eat up? And there are things like, you already know this, Enphase, Tesla. Oh, they're so juicy. I love them. I just want more. Square, I want more. Palantir, give me more. GHVI, Peloton, Etsy, Pinterest. I kind of put a pause on Ubiquity, by the way. I should say that. I put a pause on Ubiquity. We did probably about 3 or 4 days ago, we did a high conviction analysis on Ubiquity, and we really just scratched the surface on Ubiquity. But we have some more deep diving to do. It wasn't one of those that was like, no, this is obviously awesome. I have their products. I think they're great. They can be a little bit more complicated, but great quality product nonetheless. I'm nervous. I live in Minneapolis. Heather, I don't think you need to be nervous. I think this short jury deliberation is very bad for Derek Chauvin and very good for your streets. Salmon's not bad. Come on. Honestly, salmon is much healthier than the chicken tendies, yes. Yeah, I know. All right. So let's see what else. What do we got over here? So they're talking about BTC over on the CNBCs. Let's tune in.
Fair enough. Apple under pressure today, announcing new products at its spring-loaded event this afternoon, including the AirTag, new iMac, new purple iPhone, upgrades to its 4K Apple TV.
Did you hear Sarah laugh on that?
That use Apple's M1 chip, its own chip. The company also redesigning its podcast app and introducing subscriptions, plus Apple Card Family for spouses to build credit together. Apple outlining plans to be a 100% carbon neutral company by 2030. Shares of Apple are lower with the overall market. Mike, how are investors taking this? Is it
the market's actually Apple's rallying into the close on this, but I will say their sustainability push is actually a good thing for Tesla. Apple has been known to use Tesla's mega packs, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful for Tesla. I mean, it's a wonderful use case. Apple using Tesla batteries, that's freaking unbelievable. That's great. All right, so what else we got here? I think they're saying Apple's under pressure because it's down 1.2%, but it's actually been rallying after the event. It's been straight up, honestly, after the event. I mean, take a look. Straight up after the event. Yeah, this is true. Even if guilty on all counts, we can still see celebration and riots like when a sports team wins. Yes, you're right. I did not consider that. You're right. So your streets are not for sure safe. Purple iPhone, yeah. I think it's cool. You know, I don't. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So getting back to the sticks here. Oh yeah, we actually have a few reports after the bell here. Let's take a look at what we have after the bell. La di da di da. Okay, hold on. So, what am I doing? Oh, earnings calendar. Earnings calendar. Let's see what's going on in the earnings calendar. All right, folks. Netflix is going to be a big one. Going to be a big one for those tech stocks. Smart Financial, Preferred Bank, Equity Bank Shares, Bancorp, Mama Manchis, Webster Financial. Okay. All right. Johnson Johnson today? Really? I got to pull up the Bloomberg again. I'll pull up the Bloomberg. Let's listen in over here while I do that.
Right now, as all that growth that's been pulled forward by the pandemic is going to start to abate a little bit. You know, you've got Paramount Plus, you've got Disney Plus, and I think that market entry is going to pose subscriber growth problems for Netflix. Netflix is a terrific company, but I do think that the paradigm is going to change back a little bit more to what it was, rather than what investors have gotten used to over the past 12 months or so.
Netflix hasn't been performing all that well so far this year, Mike. Is it a specific Netflix thing where the concern is just the pull forward in demand we saw in the pandemic, or just a broader growth fade as we've seen so far this year?
Both of those things, plus the fact that Netflix was up something like 400% in the prior 5 years before last summer. So I think it's done that.
Good answer. Although I honestly think there's still growth in these guys. Quite frankly, I mean, I've been loving movie nights with Lauren, and I thought it would fade. I mean, we went through a big phase at the beginning of the pandemic. We kind of took a break, but now we're like, would we want to go to a movie theater or just hang out together and watch Netflix and chill? It's still that. Now it might be like Amazon or, what's the other one? Disney, whichever one is, whichever one has our movie, whichever one has the one that has the movie we want to watch. That's the one we watch, but we have a subscription to all of them. That's the cool thing. Like, a subscription to Netflix does not mean you can't be subscribed to Disney as well. So I think that's a wonderful thing. All right, so J&J, you say. J&J, Johnson & Johnson, individual company news. Yes, chill. Uh-huh. Okay, so I didn't know Johnson & Johnson's. Are you sure they're reporting today? Earnings call shows. Oh, they must have reported this morning. I think they reported this morning because they already have the earnings call transcript. Yep, they reported this morning. Johnson reported this morning. So old news. Old news. We want new news. News that is new. New to us, new to you, new to me. Oh, we're about to get the closing bell. I was just going to look at, see how things are going, but we may as well just stick at the closing bell. Here we go.
Sectors both up more than 1%, while energy and financials and consumer discretionary are the worst performers. As we do approach the close, Netflix, due to report earnings any moment now, is down 0.9%. As Mike said, the VIX up a little bit, 18.5. Meanwhile, oil's down and gold is high. At the close, Sarah, we are lower by 0.7% for both the S&P and the Dow, and basically 1% for the Nasdaq.
Get the music. Music, please.
So it looks like we recovered a bit off the lows of the day throughout the final hour, but still ending down across the board. Welcome back, everyone, to Closing Bell. I'm Sarah Eisen, along with Wilfred Frost and Mike Santoli, CNBC senior markets commentator. Take a look at how we finished up the day on Wall Street. Dow closing lower 257 points, which only makes it its worst day since March 23rd. Biggest drag on the Dow, Goldman Sachs, Boeing, Nike, and Caterpillar also having an impact there. United Health was the biggest winner, along with IBM, after earnings last night and a return to annual growth. S&P 500 down 0.7%. The groups that were working today were defensives: utilities, real estate, healthcare, and staples. Everybody else was down. Energy was the hardest hit, down 2.7%. The Nasdaq also under pressure today, down about 1%, as technology, consumer discretionary lagged. Apple, Amazon, some of the chips like Nvidia, some of the weights there on.
It's here. Look, Netflix. I can't. What number is that? Sees. That is a bizarre title right there. Okay. Paid net change. Okay. Wait. Where is it? Revenue barely beat. Slight beat. EPS came in way higher on EPS. Really good. But revenue meets estimates. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tiny little beat there. We've got a big EPS beat though. That's really good. We've got streaming paid net change. This seems to be a little lower. I don't understand this one here. The revenue, 1 mil estimate. of 7. Yeah, I don't understand this one right here. I think there's a typo there. So they see a higher EPS for Q2 and streaming paid net change of, okay, anticipating a strong second half, sinks 9%. Yeah. Streaming net change miss. Yeah, because this is low right here. See, streaming paid net change 3.96 million versus an estimate of 6.29. Ooh. So it looks like it's already sinking. What, 9%? That's not good. Netflix. So Netflix. Oh, look at that. Crash. It is down. Ooh, down 10% right now. Ooh, ouchie wowchies. Let's listen to CNBC talk about it.
Thousand angles on this as we continue to dig through these numbers, and it's that paid net ads miss,
Yes.
Julia, that's driving the shares lower.
Yes, well, if you look at what's putting pressure on the stock now, it's the fact that those paid net ads are below what the company itself had forecast. So analysts were expecting 6 million paid net ads in the first quarter. I'm sorry, they were expecting 6.4. The company itself had forecast 6 million. The company reporting less than 4 million in the first quarter.
Ooh.
Also, the forecast coming in, their company forecasting that it will add only 1 million new paid net additions in the second quarter. That's well below the more than 4 million that analysts had been looking for there. So really, it looks like a shortfall in subscriber additions versus expectations. There'd been a lot of speculation about how much of the user growth that Netflix had seen in the past year. The company added more than 20 million subscribers over the past 4 quarters before this quarter. How much of that was pulling forward users they might have added in this quarter and next quarter? So I just want to point a couple other.
Well, the short sellers are jumping up and down right now. They're like, see, we knew it. Expectations were too high. Expectations are just too high for other stocks. Sell.
Impact of a pull forward and delayed production. But they do point to higher revenue per user, which of course reflects price increases, among other things. So I'm going to continue to dig in here on the guidance in particular, and also look for more commentary on content spending. The one thing I'm going to say about content spending is they say we will spend over 17 billion in cash on content this year. And they are going to have a couple different facets to the content strategy, including breadth of content. And they also talk about locally authentic stories. So I will dig in here and come back with more once I get through this release.
Ooh.
Definitely do that, Julia. Thank you very much. The company in the shareholder letter pointing to 2 factors just right off the bat for the lower growth, which is they say the extraordinary events of COVID led to unprecedented membership growth in 2020, pulling forward growth from 2021 and delayed production from every region, Mike. They also say they contributed to a lighter content slate in the first half of 2021, and hence they believe slower membership growth. All things that the street probably should have known, yet this is still coming as a surprise. The stock's down 11% plus after hours.
Yeah, well, should have known in the sense that we knew that.
All right, let's pull back on this here. Somebody here says your course prices are great because it's a one-time payment. This is true. There's no recurring payment. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you for that. Talk about Safe Moon scam. I lost 66% when swapping. I don't know anything about that. Somebody says this is an overreaction to Netflix. Stocks are up 200% in 2 years for a lot of people. Why would you expect them not to ring the register before big earnings? Yeah, I mean, not untrue, not entirely untrue. Personally, and this is, I'm not ready to say it. Yeah, an update. There's an update on margin, but I'm not ready to say it. What do I want to say? My expectation is this year's going to suck. Like, I just want to be clear. I think 2021 is going to suck for a very long part of this year for this market. I think 2022 is when we get to the field of meadows again. It's just a belief I have. Why is Disney crashing, says someone? Well, it's probably moving off of this Netflix news because people are pricing in a lot of growth onto Disney. No, Disney's down 0.5%. What are you talking about? So... yeah. So, okay. All right. What's the next? Will you follow Tesla and offer a subscription model to the courses? If you want to subscribe to the courses, you actually can. Check out with PayPal, and they let you pay in like 4 payment options or whatever. Makes it really easy for you, and then I don't have to deal with it. But yeah, just do it through PayPal. That makes your life easy. And then you get to know about my over $6 million YOLO. $6 million YOLO. That's gonna make for a nice title later. Maybe probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna be done today. So still working on it. Okay. So what do we got over here? How did things end? Let's look at how the day went before we look at some more earnings here. So how did things go? Well, Ethereum's kicking butt. It's almost up 10%. It's almost like you got the Dogers going over to the Ethereum. So can GoEV go down under 750? Heck yeah, it can. Totally can. So Ethereum's up 10%, Nano Dimension 7%. Volatility index settled down towards the close. End phase down. End phase up 4%. Very nice. A flat in the afters. CRISPR down a little bit in the afters, up 5% on the day. Tesla down 0.25%, up 0.5% in the day, up 0.6% actually on the day. But again, down 0.5%. We've got, what else do we have here? NEO, pretty much no movement. I mean, we did not have a lot of green stocks today. Dave & Buster's over here trying to get back to 44. IBM was green. We have, what else? NEO, Twilio, Square, pretty much flat before and after. Let's go to, let me get rid of the warrants here for GH. There we go. Let's jump on over instead to the losers. We're still falling on the Doge. Still down on Doge by a good chunk here. We're down to 17.7% down. We've got, let's see here, Big Digital Assets, 12.79, Voyager Digital, Clover Health. Yeah, these guys just plummeting here. A lot of momentum in crypto stocks still falling. So momentum certainly here. Clover, Sundial, OGI, Express, Zom, Tilray, Vuzi, MP Materials. Got my glasses from Vuzi, but waiting for tech support to actually give me tech support. I emailed them from the email I bought the darn glasses from, and all I asked them to do was tell me, how do I adjust the blur so it's not blurry when I put it on? Like there should just be a dial, basically, that you adjust it to see the distance better. And they email me back, and they're like, oh, sorry that's happening to you. What's your serial number? I'm like, oh, really? Is it that hard? Just look up the email I bought it through. I don't know. I don't get it. I'll get to the bottom of it, though. So, anyway, what else we got here? United, Canoe, Vuzi, Canopy, Virgin. Yeah, these guys all down 6 to 7% over here. I mean, these are some falls. Look at MP Materials, just been getting crushed. Just been getting destroyed. Anything momentum getting wrecked. Yeah, look at that. It's just a straight down on MP Material here. It's ouch. Charge point, even the Chargers, and really the Chargers is one that surprises me. I possibly think it's because I think people are losing faith that Biden's going to be able to get a big infrastructure package through. That could be a potential issue. If people don't think Biden's going to get the infrastructure package through, and we might be at risk of inflation, makes sense that we're seeing some of this trading that we're seeing here. Marijuana got burned on 420. Listening to your live stream, I sold my Dogecoin before it started to tank. Now I'm taking profits and putting it into other high conviction. Well, thank you for the $5 override. I appreciate you. Poor Kevin talks about psychology and not getting down, but his job is to watch the markets bleed. It's true. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. If I weren't doing these streams, I would just walk away from my portfolio. I'd come back next year. That's what I would do. Just everything I have, leave it where it is, turn on auto invest, GTFO for a year, and I'll see you in the spring of 2022. Let me know how 2021 went. It's bad. It's bad. No, look at that. Jivo's gotten eradicated. I mean, the darn thing ran like crazy on momentum. Crazy momentum play of the run that it had. Went from like $1 to, what was it, $15. Straight back down to $6. I mean, it's obviously way higher than $1 where it was, or even 50 cents at one point, but still, it's been getting destroyed. So Shift, look at that. This is where, by the way, the executives started buying Shift. The executives at Shift, they were buying Shift in the high 6s. Oh, thanks for the $5. This has become group therapy. Oh, well. Free group therapy or $4.99 group therapy if you join the chat. And thank you for the extra $4.99 here. They saved my profits on Doge. Well, again, I don't want to come across as you know, cheering the warnings or whatever. It's just you just read what it is. That's it. And that doesn't mean it's certainly guaranteed going to be going in one direction or another, but it's all about odds. But no, look, I appreciate the $5. Thank you for that. So the only stable factor in this market is Kevin Streams. Thanks. Stop. Yeah, y'all being too nice. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it right now. Before I go leave and watch The Terminator. Lauren wants me to watch The Terminator. I haven't watched The Terminator since I was a kid. And I have to tell you, I don't have good memories. I have scared memories. The Terminator, but I watched it when I was really young. My dad showed it to me way too young, so I never really enjoyed it. Tesla's giving up in the after hours what it gained during the day, which basically puts it on par with yesterday's close. Not so good. Not so good, Tesla. What are you doing? Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's what the market's up to. Let's see what. So we've taken a peek at this. Let's take a peek quickly and see what does Kudlow have to say. Okay, Kudlow's going to talk about this.
Many years of being.
Okay, well that's no news. So we have. Let's look at other top news here on the term. Top. Keep in mind, I will be covering the Chauvin trial in a separate stream. So I encourage you to join me for the verdict. I think it's going to be a moment in history. So very, very curious to be there and to cover that. All right, what's the other top news here? Economic concern, stocks stumble, Apple upgrades, high-end iPad, blah, 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 blah. Maybe they can... I got 3 iPads here, and two of them just consistently break when it comes to sidecars. It's so annoying. Skills. Ugh. Yeah, we did a high conviction analysis in skills, and I did not have high conviction in the course we did that. Which, by the way, if you ever wonder, like when you join the Stocks and Psychology Money Group, you can go through the archive of all the previous courses, lectures that we have, or like when we do a high conviction, I put the title, I put it in the title. All right, U.S. stocks fell for a second day. S&P extended its slide. Blah, blah, blue, blah. Syncing up. Yeah, whatever. The economic recovery has taken hold. Earnings recovery has taken hold. Everything we've seen first quarter so far has been it's going to be a blowout quarter. See, the problem is every time they expect it to be a blowout, it ends up not being a blowout. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing with Netflix. I think Netflix is getting spanked here. And Doge is continuing to trend down here, obviously. We're now, we're fully back under that 33-cent range here on Doge. And lots of pain here in some of the other sectors. SOS, though, I didn't see that move. SOS up almost 8.8% here. Very nice. And Ethereum, really nice butt kick here. Really, really good on move on Ethereum. I would not be shocked to see Dogecoin money flowing over into the BTs and the Ethereums. I would not shock me. So anyway, okay, let's do this. Let's jump on over right now to the Chauvin live stream. Check out the courses link down below. Use that coupon code, probably expiring in the next few days. I don't know. I got to figure it out. I haven't set a date yet. But anyway, we'll figure that out once we have the new marketing and the new pricing schedule. Thank you so much for being here at this stream. Please click the button to go to the next stream because I'm just going to go live right away on the next stream. And if while we're bored waiting for the Chauvin thing to start, we'll look at the sticks, okay? So join that other live stream. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you there momentarily.